Boom.
What's going on, guys? Jordan.
And
DJ Sip.
This is Guys.
Guys.
Fire that fucking weed, man.
Guys.
So we back here another day, another episode. We talking about some shit. I don't know what we started on. But we got a lot of shit to talk about today.
We do have a lot of shit to talk about. Pretty much like overall it comes down to like manning up and what that means to you. Like I feel actually I'm gonna go into it, fuck it. I feel like man up has gotten a lot of people into trouble. But depending on what your definition.
I'm interested.
Yeah, tell me more. Yeah.
So think of it like this. Like so man up, like as men, I feel like traditionally is cultured like, so you're supposed to be the bravado, put your emotions on your back, move things forward, provide for your family, all that shit like that. Men haven't been able to like taught how to deal with their emotions most of the time or how to communicate properly. Because it's like, man up and just like get over it right quick and just keep going.
Go.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like that in some situations, depending on the man, if he's like more feminine or if he's more masculine, that can get you in some situations like I manned up out of pride and ego, and now it's gotten me into some shit, whether it be you manned up and ignored your girl and thought you was going to do some, stuff like that, or you manned up and got to a fight and dude whooped your ass, or you ended up breaking your hand, or now you got a charge. And like, damn, if I had just really been like cool about it.
That's interesting you said, because like when I hear you say that, and I think a man up or like being a G or being a gangster, it's like not what the traditional sense of that is. Mm-hmm. Because like I feel like we all, every guy in this room has moved past that bullshit of like, oh, I'm not gay or I'm this, like, dog, that's life's way more than that.
Yeah.
So like manning up to us is like having responsibilities, right? Taking care of the people we need to take care of. You know what I'm saying? Like no one needs for anything. And like being solid, being accountable.
Holding it down.
That's manning up. That's keeping it gangster right there. That's being a G.
Facts.
It ain't about like the malicious shit you do or the hoes you fuck. And I think that's the misconception amongst men. Because I think it's until you transition to that part mentally and into that space mentally to where like that matters. A lot of people, that shit doesn't matter to them. Yeah,
Facts, yo. That's 100%. Yo, I got another question for y'all. Do y'all think men are truly allowed to express our emotions on social media, or only gay men are allowed to express their emotions on social media and not get chastised?
I think men in general, truly, no. Truly. When you say truly, no.
Y'all,
hetero or homosexual, no.
Y'all follow me.
Truly, no.
And I'm not trying to like segment because I see like for instance like Sam Smith, he can say whatever he wants on social media.
He can and he can't though.
Excuse me, they.
But the thing about it, you gotta look at Sam Smith, that gentleman. They're getting it from other ends that we're not getting, that we're not seeing it. So he's probably getting it from that community. Oh, you're not transsexual enough, or you're not this enough, or like it's just like you're never gonna win. So like back to answer your question, I don't think you'll be able to truly express yourself on social media. No.
Or just in general in public, like it's always just a misconception of what's going on.
It'll always be like a handicap, and that's just the way the world is. And like until we accept and agree with that, we'll be always spinning tires.
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah, man. Like I don't know, and I think there's so many complexities of being a man and what that means based on like who you are, basically just who you are, and like what your values are at the end of the day, like.
Yeah, because there's plenty of dudes out here with kids and shit running around. That's like, yeah, you can bring life into this world, but you're not a man. Yeah, like you don't got your shit in order. You out here fucking around. Yeah, I mean, but I think that goes without being said. I mean, if anyone who doesn't understand the definition, it's like we don't need to be talking to
you. Man, did y'all have like your father figures or like your dad around to like teach all this stuff, or not to get too personal?
No, that's actually a great question. Me personally, my father was like not really. He was around, and he was in Brooklyn, and I was in Queens. And if you understand anything about Brooklyn, I mean New York geography, like he was in another world. I saw that nigga once a month or so, once every other here and there. He'd take me to Oshkosh and shit. So he didn't teach me about like basics of being a man. That was more so like my mom and like really rap music and culture and hip hop culture as a general. Like seeing examples of like, oh, that was wrong, trial and error. I think rap really raised me more like hip hop culture in general. Yeah. And fortunately, like, I had some other good people in my life to steer me, other good male figures, but I don't think my dad really put much on me as a person. I don't know about you guys.
I mean, my my biological father lives here in Atlanta, and I lived in Alabama. But like we would see each other every so often. But I had met him later in my life, and at that point, like I had a father figure who I referred to, like, yo, he taught me the game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
And you know, so I was off the art bet. So I kind of refer to him more as my pops. But my relationship with my father recently just got better. So, you know, I learned the same thing. I learned a lot more about it from my mom and my aunties and all them. They're them and their relationships, like stuff I just didn't want to be like, or a guy didn't want to be like, or shit I just didn't fuck with in general.
See, something like you, like, I'm envious. Like, my father passed away when I was 14. So, like, you being older, like, you can see the other side of the tracks. You can hear the shit your mother was talking about him as a teenager, and now you're old enough, you can hear his side of the story and be like, yeah, mom is on some bullshit sometimes, or yeah, he's on some bullshit. You can kind of see both sides of the story.
Facts,
yeah.
facts. Yeah, like it just gave me perspective to this, and I was like, oh no, like it really is like, I don't know. I think that's just what's helped me out in general, just like as a man, just being able to, or to just identify and see like shit I don't fuck with and be able to communicate that more.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I think that's true about the part about being a man, just communicate. Like I see this every episode, but communication again, just like I'm really gonna stand on what I say and mean what I do. And like if I don't fuck with this, I really don't fuck with this. I'm gonna let everybody know, like, yo, chill out on that, or I'm just gonna disassociate myself. I don't have to explain what or why. It's just I don't fuck with it, you know.
What about you, Ant? I know you grew up with Jamaican parents, so I'm sure that's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, single mom for the most part. Like being a man, you just gotta like stand on your morals though. Like whenever everybody has like a code, like things, you feel me, like, and like you just never compromise those.
I feel like that was magnified too growing up in New York because like it's like a microcosm where like your character is even more on the line there. Like your day to day is dictated on your character and your morals. And like if you want some bullshit,
reputation is everything. As much as we try to downplay it, like your reputation like precedes you. And
damn. So that being said, like I think I kind of see what you're getting at by asking that question. Like for guys to be like, oh, I didn't have an example of a strong male figure. Like that is not an excuse, really. Like you live life. And, like you see right from wrong. Bro.
My thing is you have common sense. You know right from wrong. Like even if you didn't have like some like a male figure or like someone really close, like it doesn't matter. Like you saw it. That means you saw it opposite. If you had women, you feel me? And if you was raised by women, you saw it maybe
from their perspective.
You saw your mom get dogged. You saw, you feel me? Your auntie, etc., etc. You seen somebody get dogged. So then like instead of knowing what to do, you know what not to do. And that's basically the same difference. So like
I think that's where I saw it more so because I saw the fallout of the action, and I would hear them talking about this and that third happened. Yeah. So then I could be like, oh wow, when I get in my interpersonal relationships as an adult, I don't want to be this guy.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. You hold yourself to a standard. You're like, yo, fuck this. I don't want to be XYZ.
Yeah, you see your older sister coming home hurt because the nigga in the Z300. On the block, you know what I'm talking about, the T-top, he killing in the 90s, and then, so you know what I'm saying, like, you just learn, you know?
Like, and that's what I understand, like, dudes who were raised by women and, like, will openly, like, try to bash women or just try to, quote-unquote, be toxic for no reason, like, bro, you know what it is. It's like, well, what's really going on with you? Like, why are you like this? Or do you think that's just, like...
like, I won't bash women, but... having my experiences, I will be more vocal on calling you out on the hypocrisy. Like, I'll be like, why do you feel that way? Just to get you to say it out loud so you can kind of realize, like, oh, I'm tripping.
No, when I say, like, I'm talking about niggas that just be like, hoes ain't shit, bitches ain't this, or, you know, just put
you can never say that.
The nigga that just, like...
Who hurt you?
Yeah, like, the nigga that's always arguing, with... Like, you could be in a party setting and he has to argue with the woman. Or he has to demean the woman in front of everybody type stuff. You know, he's like, yo, relax, bro. Like, we just chill.
I just want to be like, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry that you really cared about that young girl. And she just wasn't ready for the relationship. Because that's all that is. He was really into someone. She wasn't really into him as he was. And, you know, never again. These hoes will never get me down. Da-da-da. You should insert whatever, you know. That's what that was.
Or maybe he didn't have a deep connection with his mom, even though they raised him.
There's a lot of that, too. Where... I mean, we can talk about it like, these new moms ain't really moms. A lot of old moms ain't moms, but we really see now interacting with women with young children, they're not really parenting. No, if any got juice boxes and Cheez-Its upstairs.
Man, I had
You know what I'm talking about, man. You be out there, you be eating the niggas snacks, eating the niggas Dunkaroos and shit.
I had a girl, her kid brought me the joint.
Exactly, that's right. You know what I'm talking about. Oh shit, they got Starburst flavored Gushers. I didn't know they had that shit. Yeah, exactly. The collaboration snacks got you fucked up. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, no comment. I got you. Yeah, proceed on. Yes.
That's that Cat Williams joke right there, where it was like, when you high as hell eating up all your kids' snacks, and they come in here like, you quit having all my shit, bro. You like,
Give a fuck what you say. It's cool to get high. It is not cool to get high and eat up all your baby's cereal. That shit is not cool. You wake up your baby already in the kitchen crying. Just, thank God you woke up, Daddy. You remember you would put the Cocoa Puffs on top of the refrigerator, and now they not even up there. Now you so embarrassed, you gotta play it off with the nigga.
You look on the top shelf? Like, damn, I'm gonna go to the store.
it makes me hungry. Like, you gotta feed the kid.
Yeah, man.
Son, even her freezer was stacked.
Oh, like the Totitos pizzas and shit. Oh, those are my favorites.
Yeah, I will say
Everything.
I'm gonna have that oven on 375 preheat.
Ice cream bars and all that. Like,
oh, not the ice cream bar soup, bro. Come on, I would have been. Yeah,
why you think I never was hit?
that's fair. That makes a lot of sense, bro. I would have been.
You out here just being hella useful. Like, you know, actually, I saw that light bulb was out in your hallway. I picked something up at the Ace Hardware on the way over. Doing all that. Yo, I smelled something this morning. You up early? Yeah, I smelled the trash, so I figured I'd take it out.
Yeah.
You know, while my walk.
Swept your bathroom. I saw you.
I know you don't like me smelling like cigs now, so I smoked my cig throughout the trash. I get it. You be real considerate when you got a situation like that. You like, sure, you have a taco night. And she's like, oh, wow, we have a taco night. Okay.
Lasagna night too. Lasagna night go crazy. If she can cook lasagna. Yeah.
Y'all got any resolutions or not resolutions? That's kind of corny, but anything y'all trying to improve on yourselves upon in 2021?
For me personally, discipline.
Same.
I just gotta get better with discipline, like mentally, physically, spiritually, and financially.
I think discipline is one of the key virtues in life. If you can conquer that, it's a couple of things. If you can conquer that, you'll be a successful person in whatever you want. And discipline is something that a lot of people struggle with. Old, young, worldwide.
Facts, bro.
And I think discipline is just like the trend. I feel like we've all been disciplined in quarantine. And to an extent, and just trying to build upon that, in 2021.
Just because you realize you're in this box and you're like, all right, you learn about yourself, you learn about different traits and stuff like that.
I know for me, it's like I've been trying to not smoke as much weed earlier in the day. Like if I'm at work, I'm gonna smoke more weed, a higher abundance of weed in the afternoon than in the daytime. Just so I can appreciate a little more and get a little higher at nighttime. Yeah. I be seeing you tweeting oh, how'd I go through half and or whatever many days? You're just trying to pace yourself a little better,
Yeah, now I roll a big joint in the morning, and then I have an afternoon Little J, and then I try to have a little one, a big one at night.
I'll do my big smoke but I'll do my big at night. Yeah, you gotta have a big one at night. Yeah. But I'll do my big smoke at night normally because I can really get high and just sit on the couch and take my socks off and shit like that.
Facts. You know what I'm saying? Relax. Put the bonnet on.
Take your socks off. Niggas go after the day you take your socks off is another level of ooh, you stretch your toes and shit.
Man.
Yeah. But yeah, do that. 2021, I would like to travel again, but who knows? Try to do some camping shit.
Yeah, I thought about getting creative with traveling and shit. I would like to go to the Grand Canyon and rent an RV or some shit. I feel like that would be cute.
What I think y'all should do, you two should do, in the AF, if you guys, you guys don't have day jobs, right?
No, this is just
there's no W2, you have to be somewhere on Tuesday or Wednesday. You guys should maybe do a road trip, document it, and do a little mini movie or some shit like that, I don't know, a little 45-minute documentary.
That'd be hard. Yeah, I mean we're actually trying to piece together the IF documentary because that story is.
That'd be cool, but some type of a period piece.
Yeah, So what's the legacy that y'all want to leave behind? Like, you know, as just not just fucking just being a man, but just as a person, what's the legacy you want to leave behind?
It's tough, man. You want to go first, Ant?
Fucking cool rock star, amazing humanitarian, philosopher, cool, great man. Boom.
Yeah, I think for me, you ever look at like videos, movies when it's like, oh, my great uncle, he was a cool dude in his office. He has all this, he did all this crazy shit. He fucking wrestled a whale
Yeah.
and he died in 80 years. Cool guy. Like, I want to be that guy. Like, cool, always respectable. You know, like, I would like to say no one has really much bad to say about me now, and I would like to be that as I die, and be able to just leave something, I guess, make the world a better place than I found it, and just try and make impact some people. And I think that's all it's all about. Like, you know, if you just try and don't just take them straight. I don't want to just take and take and take while I'm here. I want to be able to leave something for people. If I can affect one person or a couple people while I'm here, that's how I want to be remembered as someone who tried to like make the world a better place.
Impactful.
Yeah.
Facts. Yeah. I agree. Also, I think mine's just like love and inspiration, and it's like something like I would never want my kids to have to worry about buying a house or paying for school type shit. So that's my shit. Like,
Oh yeah, that'd be amazing to be able to like leave a habit, like a house where you don't have like you can stay here and not have to worry about rent if you don't want to. But that'd be amazing, of
Or a
course.
business or something.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
That'd be fucking
Like I
dope.
always said, like I have friends whose parents are fortunate enough to be able to do that for them. Like if I was in a place to where the one gift I would give my child was I'd buy them a house early
yeah.
at like 18, 19.
Facts.
And like so you don't ever have to worry about rent. And if you want to sell it and do whatever, you can do whatever the fuck you want. But this is something I've given to you. Like this is really the gift you don't ever need. You don't ever have to ask me for anything else because I've given you a roof over your house. You just got to just pay the bills.
Facts. Yeah.
And that'd be the best gift a parent can give their children. I feel like, especially if you like flip houses. Like imagine this house, you bought it, flipped it, you gave it to your child. Like, now you got a little crib.
Exactly. And it's like already you just gotta renovate a little bit, do whatever you need to do. And I think that's what I'm looking for. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just like bet this is just something that you definitely will have locked in for sure. It's your option.
You can go do whatever you want, but if all else fails, you know you got a fucking house,
Exactly.
a place to stay. Yeah.
And I think that's something that a lot of people sleep on, and just property and or just like little treasured artifacts that you can just get, you know, heirlooms, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like that's, I don't know, that's something that's been kind of important in my family traditionally, and we pass something, like give something away. Like my great grandma, she gave land to all her kids, and
The land will be lit.
or like my grandma, she gives us like blankets that she hand makes, and like that's, you know, like we keep those, and like, oh shit. So it's just like shit like that. That's like good.
Yeah, that'd be tight, man. I mean, I feel like as black people, we don't have enough of these conversations. You know, I could be wrong, Luis. I'm sure, like in Mexican culture, that's a little more probably spoken about, like ancestors, and where black people is kind of just like, no, I gotta get this shit now. I gotta pay these bills now. I'm not thinking about 10 years.
Exactly.
You know,
Most people living for the
and like I'm hoping just this conversation that we have is sparking other people's thoughts in their brain, have conversations with their friends or their partners or, you know, people that's close to them, because this is something that we do need to talk about as a society.
Yeah.
Because like, what are we doing in the present? Like, what are we doing all this for if we don't have a plan for it? You know.
Facts.
Okay.
Like it's just like, you know, what are you really doing this for at the end of the day? Like, is it just for shits and giggles, or do you really care at the end of the day?
And that's why when I see people that's like a little bitter, or not bitter, but that's why when I see people that like walks through life with like feeling like a black cloud's over them and feel like woe is me and feeling like the world's always at them, it's like if you carry that energy, it's always gonna come back to
It's
you.
gonna come back. Yeah.
So like, just let go of it, man. Like I don't know what was the predicated these feelings in your life, in your heart. We're sorry that you're feeling these feelings, and like in order to progress in life and move forward, you're gonna have to let go of those feelings, or it's always gonna follow you.
Yeah.
And like, hopefully everyone's hearing this, or whoever's hearing this is something that you need to hear and help you push through. And like, you gotta just let it go in 2021.
Facts, for sure. Like, what's the point?
Positive mental attitude. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can never hate someone being positive.
Exactly. I've never, and you can never, like, you know what I'm saying, that you can never go wrong with that, like being positive. Like, how's that bad or misleading or anything? So
Yeah, and that's something like I want to talk about as we continue on week after week. we can like challenge each other to like in our day to day in our lives, like think about things that how it's happening in the weeks, maybe bring it back when we talk about like how we've maybe grown or things that maybe realize that we haven't grown as much as we have or something like that. You know, I don't know.
Yeah. No.
It's like a faux homework.
Something to reflect on.
Where did you get this shirt from?
Hey. Can't tell you.
You be fucking the nerdy black hoes off that, huh?
Nah, I'll tell you what it.
The waifus, waifus. That's what they call it. I realize
Nah.
the joints. The waifu is like a sexual figure in anime. A waifu, WAIFU. It's like a person, like a sexy girl, like dead or alive chick.
Oh,
So these are like waifus and shit like that. Like I see you.
Oh, with the man, it's
Sailor
Sailor
Moon,
Moon.
yeah.
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 Oh, that's actually hard.
Y'all ever been to Dragon Con?
Yes.
No. I work. We used to work.
Yo,
across the
Luis
street.
knows. Dragon Con. All the joints that be working behind the receptionist's desk all year,
Mm-hmm.
be coming out like that.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
You learn a lot about sexuality at Dragon Con, and like it's interesting because it really is a spectrum if you really look at it. Like furries, wow.
Yeah, that shit. I remember when I saw it on Entourage. I said, "What the fuck is furry?"
Yo, oh man.
And then like seeing it live was like, "Whoa,
It's real.
that shit's crazy." It looked kind of interesting. I wonder what it was about.
Yeah, do you think they worry about like gender norms or terms of like standards of being a man or?
I think
women's
people that's
women?
into such sexual things like that, it's like they're so secure in their gender that they're not even worried about
They're
that.
not worried about that.
They're on to some other
They
shit.
doing what
That's
they
all
want
like,
to do.
you know what I'm saying? They on another thing where it's like, oh, I'm just trying to have fun now. I'm trying to have the most pleasure in
Yeah.
life.
Damn, have furries tapped into the Matrix?
Yeah, because like if you're at a point where you're doing wild shit with a chick like that, you don't even worry about it being presented as gay. You just now you're like, yo, I'm trying to have the best life I can.
Facts, yeah. Like shit, I love to like go in public with dog ears. Like, what the fuck's wrong with this nigga? Like, I'm just.
So I'll be on Spank Bang. I be seeing niggas with Timberlands biting the ears and shit like that. You like, yo, that's wild. Y'all niggas be doing this shit. You be letting Pinky do that to y'all niggas. But or you be letting Victoria Cakes do that to y'all niggas. And shit, like it's the spectrum, man. 2021, you got sassy gangsters in Atlanta. Niggas be matching their Glock with their purse. No cap.
Bro, yeah, like
You were on Edgewood. You be seeing the sassy thugs.
it's cool to be androgynous now. Like that's the cool thing to be. Like I think Bad Bunny made it popular.
He's cool, but Atlanta's not androgyny in Atlanta is a different world though. Like it's dudes who like wear skinny jeans and Uggs, but like 30 clip on their waist.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
It is.
It's fucking like if you go anywhere else in the world, you would look at it like you'd be like, "What's going on over here?" I mean, you see it. And they'd be ready to shoot it out. They'd be ready to let it ring.
like put a gun out like that. Yo, Linux is basically Call of Duty right now.
I saw the metal detectors.
Man,
It's in the front of the mall. So here's the thing about Linux, right? And here's the I realized like after review, it's the jig is up. They had to put metal detectors in for like a political thing. They have to show like some type of good faith. But the metal detectors are only in the very front of the mall.
mm-hmm.
So if you go in any entrance of the mall, whether it be Nike, Macy's, even the fucking food court, you can go in fucking any of the random entrances, there is no metal detectors. It's only on the very front of the mall. And it's just for like, you know, the look. You gotta have to remedy the problem. Like, but Lennox is fucking crazy right now, bro. Lennox is Greenbrier with the Apple Store.
Yeah, and then it's like, yo, they're wild. And no one's like, and when that little girl got shot, I was like, yeah.
But when that really is what said
It's called a Greenbrier with an Apple Store.
that's what really said it in the little girl.
Man.
And then we'll see, man. Y'all country niggas stay home. I'll tell you your partner them. Y'all Alabama niggas stay home.
Bro, I mean, but
Don't
that's
bring that shit over here. That's what it is. All y'all country niggas from Mississippi
bro,
and Alabama come out here shooting and shit.
they hurt man up in their head. It was like, all right, who the fuck talking to me like
Because
this?
like I saw a report. It was like a lot of the violence in Buckhead are not from Fulton, are not from Atlanta residents.
No, like
It's from like out of state residents.
yeah, and it's these
That's
Florida
wild.
niggas, bro. It's these
Yeah.
Florida niggas.
It's the country. These country niggas coming out here to Lance Mall, and y'all.
No, it's think out the climate. Like the most people that's coming right now is people from New York, Florida.
Everybody coming to Atlanta right now.
Yeah,
Right now,
sure.
Atlanta, New York, Atlanta, Miami, Houston are the only place you can go in the U.S. And that's crazy, man. We gotta get out of here.
We do have to get out of here, man.
But y'all got anything else y'all want to say about manning up? Because like I see Ant's about to. We got Ant sleeping all this push.
Nah, it's not even that, man. Man up, man. You gotta take care of home. That's a big part of manning up. Like,
shit, I feel like we have the embodiment of manning up right here. Like you had a lot. You had a adversity. You had a lot of adversity in 2020.
yeah.
And like you have a lot of current responsibilities that before 2020 that doesn't go away. So like you had to figure that shit out.
Always gotta do what you gotta do, man.
Yes.
Real niggas do real things, man. You always gonna figure it out.
We got Kyrie Irving finesse.
You feel
You know
me?
what I'm saying?
And that's it, man. At the end of the day, you're gonna figure it out. If you got it in you, you're gonna figure it out. If you don't, I hope you figure it out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Keep it player though.
Yes. Always keep a player. And yeah, man, that being said, I appreciate you guys watching the shows, listening every week. You got anything else you want to say, Jordan?
No, man.
Bye, stop.
That too.
Buy stock, drink water, and you know what I'm saying, leave that toxic shit in 2020.
Smoke good weed.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm DJ Sip.
I'm Jordan.
Love shows love.
And this is Guys.
Oh, sorry.
I thought he was gonna go back to you.
See?
All right, guys.
Guys.
Boom.
All right.
Luis over here playing. It's not a Switch. That's a DS.